Okay. Bornholio, nothing came up in console, which was odd. Okay, so I just force landed the thing. Gives me a lot of science, a little bit of money. Completed the contract. And I'll go ahead and complete the other one because we did fly over the thing, but apparently not quite close enough. And that range is like quite hard without actually having any kind of planning tool. So yeah, live and learn. Okay, certainly for that price. Okay, so that's done. We can kill this off. We don't need to launch one again. Because I think the second one I want to use on a capsule test when we have capsules. So I'll save that contract for now. We could do Tundra orbit. The delta V will be somewhat similar to what we needed for geostationary. So we can probably just launch another one of those. Or we could... now this comes up, but... Oh, look at that advance. But we don't have capsules yet. And we won't... until here, which is 34 plus 64 plus 60, that's 120, 130, 155, 196. So that's half a year. That's a year. Year and a half. All right. So yeah, about a year. But I am tempted nonetheless to get it and start the VAB upgrading because it gives us, ooh, it gives us 3 years to do it. Yeah, there's no way I'm not going to do that because I know I'm going to do it eventually. Right. And a Mark 1 capsule only costs about 100 million to unlock. Oh, that's right. The payload that's why I didn't do it. And these things have 500 units. That's actually that's a non-trivial requirement. Direct connection at, what's the altitude? 6371, which means it's 12,700, and there's 4 of them. So 6371 times 4 is the actual diameter. The circumference is that times pi divided by 4. The path length is about, it's going to be less than 20,000 kilometers because that's the circular path length, not the direct path length. There is trig to do the, yeah, what would actually, Oh yeah, I can do the trig. Because it's it's right triangle. And it's a 45-degree right triangle, which is 1 rad 2. So it's rad 2 times 6371 times 6371 times 2 is 18,000 kilometers. 4-sat. Oh, I'm on the 3-sat page. Thank you. Oh, those are much lower. Okay, so the ranges on that are rather lower. Interesting. All right, so it's times 2700 plus 6371. All right, so there it's only 13,000 kilometers. Now 13,000 kilometers requires 5 antennas. No, 4 antennas because they're 4 each. Almost 3, but not quite. 3 won't quite do it. So let's take this contract on because we want the money. Okay, 500 units of ComSat payload to 2.7 megameters. Let's build ourselves a ComSat. We probably can get away with these. So we had like 200 meters per second spare going polar. Or more. How much do we have spare? I don't remember. So how much will that actually take to get into orbit? Let's budget. That actually has a burn profile that reminds me a lot of Atlas. Let's say, to be safe, let's say 9,200 meters per second to go equatorial. Now, where's the injection calculator? All right, so we're 150 by 150, and we want to go to 2700. Injection is 614 meters per second, and circularization is 566. All right, so we need about 9,800 meters per second plus another 600 in the satellite. Let's add some spare stages. All right, so we just discussed we need 4 antennas. We need some solar power, and we don't have much. So we'll put 4 panels on. Can we get away with 2? No, we need 4. And we'll point this at the sun. Actually, I think there's enough width to do that. Now we need 500, and we still only have SM1. Let's see, what SM1s do we have tooled? $914. Okay. Oh, that's almost enough. Interesting. So instead we'll put the solar panels here and then do a 0.457 above. Which is going to be a smooth cone. Oops. 4, 5, 7. And how many liters do we need? This is 430, so we need 71, give or take. That's fine, 72 liters. ComSat payload there, ComSat payload there. All right. Well, that's a hilariously interesting satellite. And it's heavier than our core can support. How nice. So we're going to need 2 probe cores for that one. These are going to be fiendishly expensive. Let's put the RCS on the fat one. What did we put in here? We really don't need much electric charge. Fill it up with hydrazine. Um, $428.7, 72.0. Okay, that's good. Now, what if we stuck 2 of these things on? What if we stuck an Altair on? Ha ha ha, no. That's just about correct to inject. That's convenient. But I bet they're in the wrong config. They are. Now there's too much. So 3 of you. The remainder has to be done with hydrazine. How much hydrazine are we talking about? We're not going to actually have much delta V. So we need a tank. Tank 3 HP to the rescue. Smooth cone. I think I have 457 tooled. Tank 3, 462, 457 is close enough. Tank 3 HP. Why won't it? There's some hydrazine. Is that not cross-feed or something? Yeah. Oh, that's way too much. Okay. I guess these are going to have to be decouplable. What do I have tank 3 in? 254 by 255. 287 by 300. Let's try that. $332. I think we're probably going to have to use a corgi for this, because this is going to be way too heavy. Let's check what delta V we have now. 332 over 269. Yeah, that's not going to be very much delta V. Yeah, that's 400 meters per second. That's not enough to... Actually, I wonder. What does that do? It's more delta V than I thought. 146. Just not quite enough. Let's put 2 on here. Coupling. Where's the little itty bitty baby one? It's there. $273 and 400, and we're still under 400 kilos. Excellent. All right. What I really should do is put them up here, but that would be sort of weird. All right, let's see how well we can do. Let's see how much we can. Let's see. Well inside the fairings. Can I get away with the 8-foot fairings? Let's find out. 2.438. Yes, I can. Good. Yep. And they're still tooled. Yes. Okay. Okay, approaching the mass limits of that pad. We don't need to relight, which means we can get rid of this. And get some more delta V. All right, well, this is pretty funny, but it's gonna, yep, and now we just need to tool that big old service module right there. The top one, I mean, which will be cheap. Yes. All right. Everything's tooled. Everything's good to go. Let's check this. 3761 plus 6296. That is more than enough delta V. 10 kilometers per second. When I estimated, I only needed 9,800. So that's fine. We have about 100 meters per second for station keeping and maneuvering. So we're good. Build one, rename it, duplicate it, do the force ComSat contract. All right. Caterpillar 1. Here we go. Am I spelling that right? I think I'm probably not. Oh, I am spelling it right. That's nice. Okay. So they'll all be using obsolete solar panels by the time they're built, but them's the breaks. Do I want to spend some of that? Oh, how much is that to upgrade? Only 5. All right. I think I'll wait on that until. Oh, I think I have Gemini installed, so I might actually use Gemini. All right, let's do this. Okay. Now we have plenty of delta V. So we'll go up nice and high before we pitch over. We're launching to the current inclination. Which, interestingly, was slightly off. Well, we'll launch to 28,609. Otherwise, this all looks correct. But we want to launch to (185 by 2700). Should be good. Well, here we go. A quick save just in case. Oh, I didn't. Shoot, I could have bought another science node. Well, I'll have to do it when we get back. That was a wasted 30 days of lacking the upgrade point. Straight 8. Straight 8 strong. You know what, actually I think I want to go to a slightly higher inclination, which will be slightly easier to match. There's no other requirement, is there? Orbit. Yeah, it's just a min PE and EC requirement, so that's fine. Alright, so we'll see how that holds up. Whether my initial delta V estimate was correct or not. Someday when Lamont is bored, he should add John Schilling's launch vehicle calculator to MechJeb. Alright, let's see how much we kick down. We kicked up slightly. Interesting. Change that to 81. 40 seconds to go. Oh, it's because we're going to 185, not 150. That's why, and that's why the remaining delta V is not the best. Because we're going to have to burn way high and then burn downwards a lot. Seconds. 8. 5, 3, 2, 1. Hot staged. We still have one. We'll still have about 100 reserve, I think. But it'll be closer than I would like because we are going kind of high, which means that we have to, with the slow time, with the quick time to orbit of only 6 minutes, actually 5:45, we have to burn up a lot and then burn down a lot to get there by burnout. Because Peg doesn't know we can relight, and I took off the equipment that would let us relight the stage. So, but we should still have the capability according to the delta V estimate. Let's go ahead and ditch some fairings. That is a funny looking ComSat. It looks very Russian. It just has American solids as boosters on the side. We've hit the edge of space in KSP terms, not in real terms. Yeah, now we're going to have to burn down fairly severely. Uh-oh. Please tell me we're not going to fall short. We might well have to go to 170 next time. Yep, we're going to fall short. Interesting. Interesting. Oops. Disengage the autopilot. Come back to prograde. And that's so weird. We'll have to burn a fair amount of RCS to raise this. Man, I hope we'll have enough propellant. Yeah, it's not draining that fast, so hopefully we'll be okay. We were only like 10 or 15 meters per second short. Okay. Create a circ node, 556. That is higher than expected, I think, by my calculations. No. 565 was what I expected, so that's actually a little bit better. Because I was doing 150 by 2700, not 185 by 2700. That's why the math is different. All right. Also, let's extend the antennas. Okay. Man, this particular track reminds me a lot of Daggerfall. I think it's the snow track from Daggerfall. Now let's go ahead and warp to that node. And circularize at it. All right, so about about here. Okay. And then the remainder we have to do on RCS, which will take a while. It will take a very long time, as you can see. So we'll have to do it in multiple passes. Because I forgot to put any kind of heavy thrusters on. Yeah, but we'll do it on the next. We'll do it on the next so we're close to apogee again. Oh, oops, now it's all wrong. So we'll burn for 2 minutes. Well, this is officially interminable. So I gotta edit the other ones and put some thrusters on them. Oops. All right. Okay, that made a fair amount of difference. We'll do another 2 minutes. We still have quite a bit of hydrazine. This feels disgustingly like real life. All right, so we're clearing about 40 meters per second each time. Those numbers will get better the more mass we use up. Okay. Here we go again. Our inclination is changing slightly. I'm not exactly sure why. Okay, 2 more passes. Looks like 1 more pass. 2 more passes. Okay. Yeah, 2 more passes. And we're 200 meters higher than expected, but that's okay. Oh, did I not fizz warp? I forgot to fizz warp. That's why I was going so slowly. All right, and I think this implies that we should do at 30 seconds. Only burn 1 minute next time. No, 40 seconds. Fizz warp. Here we go. Pretty much nailed it. Okay, that's basically nailed it. All right, so there's the first one in position. And we still should have a fair amount of hydrazine, I think. Yep, about 100 meters per second left, I think. So, ComSat 1 has been established. Now we just have to launch ComSat 2 into the plane of this. Then we have to make sure that it's a quarter of an orbit back. Then we have to circularize. All that fun stuff. All right, so it's right there. And we'll aim for that. All right. So, however, I will add some thrusters to it because that was interminable. It was highly realistic, but also interminable. So let's add some thrusters. How heavy are these? 1 kilogram each? It'll be fine. Oh, no. 10 kilograms. That's confusing. 0.009. Yes, 10 kilograms each. Interesting. I guess we just have to do half again our thrust rather than anything more than that, because that's all we can afford, and stay under mass. But still, 50% more thrust is not bad. All right, we did not lose much in the way of build either. All right, so that's a decent change. So we'll clone it. Great. Go to R&D. I guess we'll get this. Speed that up a little bit. Go up to 0.4 science a day. We're going to have to start saving up for the next one of these. So I don't want to reduce my money supply that much. I've already invested $1 billion in upgrading the VAB. I need to invest another $1 billion over here. All right. So let's go ahead and try to launch into the same plane as the other thing. And oh, scatter worked. Interesting. And this time we'll launch to 160. The apogee kick will be about 10 meters per second worse, but the ascent will be about 30 to 40 meters per second cheaper. Okay, let's find. That is kind of a forest of things. Let's turn that off for now. Yeah, let's turn that off for now just so I can see. That's Cricket 2. Where's the circular orbit? Caterpillar 1. Set as target. Alright, launch into plane of target. 0 lead time, 3 hours and 21 minutes. Here we go. Up we go. Roll program. A nice sedate liftoff. Pitching. Kick as we go into guidance. Okay, 15 seconds to core burnout. Dynamic pressure is going to be quite high. 2, 1. Whoa, that was bad. The dynamic pressure was indeed quite high. Why is it not rolling? Oh, the verniers didn't light. Interesting. Because apparently they only have one ignition? That's really kind of weird. Oh, right, because the module engine config's applied to this, not them. So they'll need their own second config that has 2 relights. Ha, that's really hilarious. We'll see whether we make it. Fairing SEP. We might not. The only reason that worked is because we were spinning, which kept us, which after the drag frontwards, which shifted that up so that we edged out, then the spinning put the vapor back at the other end. It would put the vapor in the center of the tank. So we were able to light. That was quite interesting. Alright, that'll give us a little bit extra cushion if we're going to 155. We still have enough delta V up here that we'll be okay. I consider myself ridiculously lucky. I mean, unlucky that I didn't manage to hot stage it right, but lucky that we were able to relight it. With no roll control. I hadn't noticed that before, that the verniers need a new config. So that goes on the RO to-do list. That the verniers need a link config. The same way the LR91 handles them. We'll see, we might come up just short again. I don't know. Might make it, might not. Wonder why the estimate is high before and goes down so fast here. Blowfish, yeah, you'd have to hex edit the model to make sure the thrust transforms remain the same, and then yes. I mean, that's the reason I made the... Oh good, we actually did make it. That's why I remade the engine module, so you wouldn't have to use 2 different engine modules to do the verniers. So yeah, that needs some. Actually, so Blowfish, interestingly enough, module engines RF. We can change its on-load to support multiple thrust transforms going into the same thrust transform array. And then we don't have to rename the transforms on the model. That would actually be a really neat thing to write to support combining verniers into the main engine model. So, yeah. Yeah, we can do that. And because, like, I wrote the original, I know how that works. So, but, I mean, you know how it works, too. You just add a KSP field for the secondary name, and then after on load, add to the list of thrust transforms the other ones you found too, with whatever their multipliers are. And it should be all good. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's move away from the stage. Let's bring this down. Oh, am I hitting it? Shoot, I am. Well, that's not good. That would have been a multi-million-dollar crunk in actual reality, rather than just sort of bouncing off of it. All right. Now we need to circularize at apogee. 565. Yep, so 10 meters per second difference. So let's flip end for end. Why did we pick up roll? Blowfish, yeah, that's also true. That is also true. But I'm happy to give you any other details to the extent I remember them. Let's align with the node. Okay. So, warp to the maneuver. Now, where's our target? Intersect 2. Intersect. All right, so we're behind it. Well, actually, no. Where is it? That's the intersect, not its current position. There it is. That's its current position. Which is a shame because we're going to have to go past it. All right. Let's fire those. We have a shorter period than it does. Which means we'll overtake it. So we'll have to go all the way around the long way. Ooh, that is nice. You mean coroutine enumerators? I need to upgrade ILSpy then. Okay. So let's warp to the next one. Well, actually, no, let's not. Let's wait until we're... Yeah, let's put these a few orbits in advance. All right. Let's see what happens. That's one orbit. There's Caterpillar. We're catching up. We beat it here. Caterpillar 2. Where's Caterpillar 1? That's Cricket. Where the heck is it? Arg, too many orbit lines. There it is. Okay, so we'll expect you to be back here on the next run, which I think will be about right. Oops, that's Cricket 2. There's Caterpillar 1. Yeah, that's not a quarter of an orbit yet. All right, let's raise. There's Caterpillar 1. That's almost a quarter of an orbit, so we're actually almost correct, which is not the best. So I guess I should have been raising before. Oh, but what I was planning to do was trail behind it rather than be in front of it. It doesn't actually matter as long as this is a quarter away from stuff. Yeah, so we'll expect to do about 60 meters per second to burn. So 30 meters per second a minute. Okay. We'll see where Caterpillar 1 is when we get close. It's back there. Not good enough. Oops, we overshot. Huh? What's it doing? Oh. That's why. Oh. We'll just do it at apogee. Whatevs. Close enough. Now where's Caterpillar 1? Oh, I know what I should do. Rename. Relay. And we'll do the same for the other one, and then I'll be able to turn off probes and actually see what the heck is going on. You can stretch stages a bit. You may have to pay a little bit of a tooling cost if you stretch them a lot, but it's cheap compared to changing diameter. That's why it's cheaper than diameter, is because in real life length doesn't matter as much, because you often want to stretch a stage when you upgrade an engine. Okay. Intersect 1. Intersect 1. All right, so they're almost entirely equidistant, so that's fine. We just have to position satellites between them. And we also have to get to a recognizable period. Okay. So another round. All right, now let's change this to at an altitude. Align with the node. That'll take about 30 seconds. Okay. Remake the node. Okay. That's fairly close. So what does the period look like? 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 18 seconds. Now, where is Caterpillar 1 in all this? It's all the way over there. Let's switch to it. Why didn't it switch? There it goes. I agree. That's kind of why we wanted to support SSTU, because that does the domes natively. Camel was working on that for Proc Parts, but never actually released it. All right, so now the periods are the same. Let's change this to relay. And in map view, we can finally see some sanity. And it turns out that we're actually just about right. There's only a little bit of displacement between the two. So we can now launch and position in either one of those two places with the next one. This won't trip as one of the other vessels because it doesn't have a direct connection yet. But it's fine. Once we put one there, then 3 of them will register. All right. Two hours, 23 minutes, and 18 seconds. Let's do the next one. It's because RP0 doesn't have manufacturing lines yet, which is what basically the tooling and the entry cost both represent setting up a manufacturing line. It's instantaneous because we don't actually handle that. Because when you unlock a part via entry cost, you instantly get the part. So when you unlock something with tooling, you instantly get it. Okay. All right, so we get those. Finally, we'll be able to launch. I think I want to bring that one up. And go for that. Go for some interplanetary stuff before that. What is in interplanetary probes? I assume Mariner 1. Interplanetary probes. The Saturn 1 IU and Mariner. All right. And early power generation and storage. We really kind of need that too for them. So let's bring that up. We don't need more orbital rocketry yet. Okay, this is actually more useful than the others, so we'll do it first. This is more useful than these. So yeah. Yeah, tooling is untooled parts usually have about a quarter of the tooling cost per time. So if you're going to do it more than 4 times, you should tool it. If you're not going to do it more than 4 times, then you're better off not tooling it. The one difference there, of course, is launch costs, which are often a multiplier-based cost. So even if you're only going to launch it like twice, you maybe should tool it. All right, so that's 2 down. Yeah, that would be great. All right, I don't think I have the energy tonight to do those targeted launches. So I think I'm going to have to stop up here. Is there anything else we can pick up? Inclination requirement. Otherwise, we would actually complete that. It would be hilarious. Well, oh no, because the aperture's, yeah, okay. Be funny if we could double dip. All right, so see you all next time. Bye-bye.